Okay. Yay. All right, we are live. Hello, everyone. We're back.
And everyone, welcome.
Welcome. Yes, yay. We're here. All right, perfect. Just had to make sure. On August, I can't believe it's already well, it's the second, but just the whole year's just flown right by. It's crazy.
Time flies if you're having fun,
Yeah.
they say.
Yes, yeah, definitely. And it really has.
It's a busy year, so we have interviewed so many interesting people out of the tarot world, out of the overall, world of mysteries, as we call it. You know, people with a knowledge on certain interesting subjects, all under the
Yes.
umbrella of mystery. So it
Hmm.
was a hell of a ride, and the ride will even be more spectacular in the future.
Yes, definitely.
For the
Always
moment,
building.
we are building on so many great things to come in the future. One of them is that Morgan and I both really deeply researched the tarot and tarot history. So we will do something really great in that regard. So
Hmm.
yeah, previous life oh, I don't know if it was like a lie, but somewhere I gave somewhere a hint on the stuff that we will be talking about in regards of tarot history. And I
Yeah.
explained the uh, the French saying entre chien et loup. So that's the eerie time, so to say. And that's
Yeah.
not only like the French saying, that also goes in Dutch and in German, that's like an overall thing, entre chien et loup. That's like the time. Actually, it's like midnight, you know? And that's what also is like on the color of the moon. So there is always like a river or something or water in between is also like deeply symbolic. So
Yeah.
one has always to do with the matter, and matter is also that's also why often thought in archaic thought that the earth is somewhat surrounded by water. That's also an idea that the Celts had. So
Yeah.
also always to do with matter and that aspect. And then you see on both sides, you see on the card of the moon, you see like a wolf and a dog, and
Hmm.
that's the spirit time between that. So, and I explained in yeah, was this like a short video? I don't know if this was like a live. So, yeah, maybe I will explain it again that
Yeah.
on the card of the moon, so there is this French saying on the shape de loop, and that this exactly is represented, that you see it is also like in folklore, European folklore, and a lot of other symbolical uh, animal symbolism, so to say.
Hmm.
So, and they somehow speak of three parts of the day. So in the morning, it's the part of the rooster. From noon till midnight is the part of the dog. And from midnight to somehow 6 o'clock in the morning, this eerie time, and exactly that time at midnight is Entre Chien et Loup. And there's also something deeply symbolic and archaic metaphysical thinking. So you see this also like in a lot of initiatic societies, where they somehow symbolically want to express that they are none this nor that. You see
Yeah.
somewhere
Yeah.
in between. So non-existing or totally existing. You see,
Yeah.
there are two parts of the day which in that regard are really special. So there's like midnight and noon,
Yeah.
both opposites of the spectrum.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
can also, it's not a saying, but reasoning. So midnight, exactly on the shape loop between
Hmm.
dark and moon. So we could say that noon is entre coq et chien. That's like in French. So between the rooster and the dog.
Yeah.
That's not a real saying. So this is like a fantasy of the mind, but that's how how it works.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I
But
like
that's
it. Makes
also
sense. Oh,
why the work that we will present with Mystery Channel, which is called No Tarot question mark. We will
yes.
explain later on, but you know, in order to understand or to grasp the real symbolism of medieval times or Renaissance times, where the
Mhm.
tarot was born, is that you also have to really know the initiatic European traditions. And that's
Yeah.
something really important because it is an initiatic society. And
Yeah.
there are a lot of really interesting parts people always overlooked in tarot research. For instance, the initiatic symbolism of the fool.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you can also see this, like, for instance, in like alchemy, and yet again, there is also the rooster, you see.
Hmm. Yeah.
Whereas in other mythological and other societies, even outside of Europe, so like also with like Native Americans. So what is like this strange creatures like always like the wolf?
Yeah.
You see, and the wolf is somehow always like the animal of the initiated.
Yeah.
That's always the case.
That is true.
And this exactly comes from this warrior metaphor, and it's like an Indo-European thing. You see,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like in the Indian part, the Romans, the Germans. So
Yes.
the
Like, yeah.
or the bearskin bear is also, there were different
Oh, yeah.
animals, but it's also always to do with initiation.
Hmm.
And that part will we bring on the table, and we will fill in a lot of gaps. And I will really explain so many things about medieval guilds and how
Yes.
they are important in regards of these, trump cards.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I wish, what has that to do with it? Everything. Because in medieval times, and after that, who were allowed to do the moral claims?
Yeah.
These were the guilds.
Mhm.
Yeah, they overlooked so many things. We will
Yeah.
bring
They did. Yeah.
that, that. That's one thing. That's one part. We will do a series. Of course, we started a beautiful series on Freemasonry. So
Yes.
Morgan is somehow interviewing me as a Freemason. But from here on, I will also attract other really interesting Freemasons from all over the world. You see, so
Yes.
that's one thing. And then it's logically, you see, Freemasons pick or factions, but then we segue into the Knights Templars, which also will
Yes.
be,
That's
and then we segue in from when we then look at the Knights, we segue into the Arthurian legends. You see,
my.
so this will be like a great autumn and winter, when the weather's getting cold and you get inside, cozy on your couch. Yeah,
We have, yeah, a lot of fun stuff with that too, and cards. Always cards. Because have the Arthur
the,
cards.
the cards will always be like somehow, the veins of Mystery Channel.
Oh yeah.
That's all how Morgan and I met, so the cards will always be the cards, will be the glue, but we do so much more than the cards, that's
No,
like
yeah.
really.
That,
And the big advantage in that is that if you have like an overall knowledge on symbolism, what we present, it will enrich your sight on these cards.
yes. Yeah, no, and even with the Arthurian legends and the Templars, because they have so many symbols and rituals and things that go into everything else. So that's what I'm excited about too, the Arthurian things. It's always been my favorite to research
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
look into.
That's our how we call it, our play garden. So we can do
Yes.
our nerdness over there, as history buffs, as somehow. always craving for knowledge, what's behind the veil. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's always fun.
And the fun thing is that in my new work on tarot, no tarot question mark, which will also be like
Hmm.
a book, but you will always be able to read it first, here at Mystery Channel. And besides that, then you can reach out and we will do some amazing events around that. So
Yeah,
also
yeah.
make sure if you want to be a part of that, that you subscribe, that you follow us
Yes.
because a lot of great things will happen.
Yeah, yeah,
But
absolutely.
now I lost myself again. Um, no, I had to answer something you said. Yeah, sorry. You see, nothing scripted here. My
Yeah, no.
PhD brain somewhere took me
Yeah,
off.
no, I think answer because we talked about the moon card that people were bringing up because that's been like a really popular card this month, with and because Paul was saying in one of the comments the hardest card people have because especially if you come from tarot. So,
Yeah,
and then trying to segue it into feelings because if you're from astrology, the moon's always about how you feel because that's your moon card, like how
yeah,
you're so how you want to, or I should say, how you want to feel in the world. So I think it's good that it's been going over this a lot because it is that it's a symbol that's used in literally everything, like you said, from initiations to rituals to so
yeah,
everyone has different knowledge of the moon from whatever background they're from, and they're trying to bring that into the moon card. That's what I think.
yeah, yeah. Of course, the sun and the moon, and an archaic idea where the someone saw the world also as like a human. No, that's
Hmm.
also like in many myths. So where they slay like the first human and they make the world out of that. Like with the North German tribes like Aenir, and
Yeah,
many ways. Also Parusha and all of that. So
yeah,
it's the simple idea. Okay, the world has like two eyes, one in the day, one in the night.
yes. Oh, here we go. I got the moon. Moon card. Anyway. Oh, and tarot, but keep going. Yeah.
Yeah, see, so that's like an amazing thing. That's also interesting. That's also what somehow, yeah, is typical for our work is that we also want to try to understand uh, humans from that era or a particular era that we somehow research. So that's like really important. But can you imagine, like, back in the days, way back, the only information that we somehow had was by looking to the sky. That's
Hmm.
why the people saw, okay, the stars. And so in order to know thyself, they had to look up. That's also the hermetic principle. So
Hmm.
that's like really great. So yeah, and the sun and the moon, that would be like the first really things that stand out. So
Yeah.
imagine that
Yeah.
like the first human on Earth, and you have to somehow, yeah, see the patterns.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. That would have been fun to map out too, because like the moon's, goes smaller than dark, and then,
Yeah,
you know, yeah, that'd have been interesting.
yeah, and in order to understand that, people create myth.
Yes. Yeah. I was just, what is it? I know you've mentioned it before too, but like how myths are like truth telling, they're event tracking, they're, exactly how things were, and it's just put into a way that you'll be able to remember it so you don't forget it.
Yeah, it's like a deeper truth on an ontological level.
Yes. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then we second into Campbell.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, but it's important, and that will be the work that we will present in regards of terror history. It's like in totality. You will also find out that was what I was about to say. Thank you, Morgan, with a lot of trash fragments and stuff. I will also provide how to think in a methodological way, and also will put everything in the book in order to make also research for you from you as well. Because
Hmm.
it's like interesting if you have like the elements in order to understand that language of the past, then I'm pretty much sure that much more people would be so fanatic as Morgan and I. So
Yeah.
it's like a brilliant. So you don't need Sudoku. You can have Sudoku in real life.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah, so a sign on a house or on a church or a position or something, that's like really like a deep metaphysical story behind it.
Hmm.
And if you
Yeah.
can see that, yeah, it's like really magic. Right? So, but
Yeah.
I also, that's also what we were talking about. So we will also provide like a course in the future, a course on because what I find is that it's almost impossible, even if you would be hyper intelligent or so much talented, but there are several sources that you need to read in order to understand it.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I find, and that's not a matter of intelligence, but these are like really thinking structures, what you have to understand from archaic society, and then you have to somehow, yeah, read and study many different layers of that.
Hmm.
The
Yeah.
factual thing, also the political thing, everything on top of each other, and
Hmm.
the totality. Then you can somewhat understand what meaning those people wanted to inject in the tarot.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
tarot is not something on its own as a product. It's a
Yeah.
product of its time.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's also somehow the title. So this is my research question. Is this no tarot?
Yeah.
What
Yes.
is tarot?
I know. I like that.
That's a bit provocative, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
science should be done.
Yes, definitely. I think it encompasses it. I like that.
Yeah, but
Yes.
I'm a tarot lover, so it's not anti-tarot, but that might assume it. So that's also like interesting. So the really fanatical that want to make
Yeah.
that's good. It's
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
our thing. but
Yeah.
what the business is also good, maybe I can find some people that really bash us behind the scenes with the most ugly, nasty things. And then you say, oh, this is like a good book. It's anti-terror, and then they would list, and maybe I would save a soul.
Yeah. Yeah. And so there you go. Getting really
Yeah,
deep. Yeah.
you have to do good. No, so
Yeah.
there will be a lot of great things about. So yeah, make sure that you're part of this. You see, we have a lot of fun. It's easy going. But we are also serious. But we don't take ourselves serious. But we are serious truth seekers. We want to find out. We
Yes.
want to be in charge. I want to be wrong. I don't want to
Yeah.
be
No.
wrong. If you can
To
give
be.
me the truth, something better that we somehow can rely on before that really gets swept under us. That's how
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah. Definitely. Yes. I like that. Because it just means, yeah, people are researching it more. So there's lots more to talk about, to discuss. Always like that. Like a good debate.
Yeah,
Because there's
and that's
just
the
way,
interesting part. So
yeah.
everyone can blend, really people who are like history, but there will be something in it for everyone. People who
Hmm.
have knowledge about guilds, but also, yeah, other parts, philosophy, but also humanism.
Hmm.
And it's all involved in there, and the really great thing is it will also give people who want to do active cartomancy with our work. Yeah, it will be much more substantiated what meaning they give or don't give.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's something in it for everyone.
Yeah. No,
But
absolutely.
I think if you want to somehow present the terror to the big public, and I don't even know if this should be a goal or a aim, but then yeah, what the good uh, thing would be is that more people would take us seriously, but that they
Yeah.
also have like the idea, okay, we could do something like a sacred science,
Yes. Yeah.
but on a really intellectual level. like a real scientific way. And then we go back old school.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I love it.
Yes, so I invite you all.
Yeah, yeah, yes. And yeah, you should too, because that's like the best part of it, because it really does add layers to your readings. It really does like make you see the cards in different ways and how you would do it in the modern times, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So, but I will really in my work ask the right question.
Yeah,
And
yes,
this will shape the work.
yes,
And some
yes.
of these questions I'm really able to fill them in myself. So that's like the big advantage. But I hope that we from there on, will open a lot of new doors for deeper
Yeah,
research, to a more overall understanding of this subject, and cooperate with many people and with specialities and research fields, which would, next to each other would add up to a really great thing.
yes, yeah, yes.
That's what I would like.
That would be amazing. I'm excited about all this.
So if you are, uh, please sure follow us, like, subscribe. We are on many channels, it's also, we often also say we are old school. We are also some of old school DJs. So if you would like us to play a
Yes.
certain song, just ask,
Yeah.
and that will be like a topic.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Because there's just so much to ask out there that we would know. So, and then it's
Yeah,
fun to research together if we don't.
yeah. Everything under the umbrella of mystery.
Yes. Yeah. Mystery.
Because that's like the disadvantage of modern times. Even though they're like great progressions, but they took the mystery away from life.
Yes. And
And
yes, exactly.
we will bring it back.
It's like, yeah, inspiring again. I like
So
that.